Ambassador Chen stood before the Galactic Council, her face carved from stone as the verdict scrolled across 10,000 holographic displays. The vote had been unanimous. Humanity was to be quarantined, their solar system marked as forbidden space, their species deemed too dangerous for galactic society. The humans have demonstrated reckless innovation, declared Praetor Vexthor, his crystalline form refracting the council chamber's light into sharp angles. They weaponize their medical technology. They explore hostile environments for sport. They have only achieved faster-than-light travel for 17 cycles, yet they have already established colonies on 43 worlds. Ambassador Chen's lips curled into something that wasn't quite a smile. So you're afraid we're expanding too quickly? We are concerned you will destabilize the galactic order, interjected High Arbiter Milixen, her flowing robes billowing despite the absence of wind. The Confederation has maintained peace for 73,000 years. Humanity threatens that peace merely by existing with such chaotic energy. The other council members murmured agreement. The Vexim delegation, beings of pure electromagnetic energy, pulsed anxiously. The Thorn Empire representatives, massive arthropod creatures who had conquered their own expansion millennia ago, clicked their mandibles in approval. Chen glanced at the data pad in her hand, then looked back at the assembly. When do you want us gone? The chamber fell silent. Praetor Vexthor tilted his angular head. You misunderstand. You are not being expelled. Earth will remain where it is. You are simply forbidden from leaving your solar system. Your FTL drives will be confiscated. Your colonies will be absorbed into neighboring territories. You will be isolated until such time as— No. The single word cut through the chamber like a blade. Ambassador Chen set her datapad on the podium with a decisive click. I said no. You want to cage us in our own star system? Fine, we'll leave, all of us. Every human, every colony, every outpost. You can have our systems, our stations, our terraformed worlds. We'll take our ships and go. High Arbiter Milixen's form flickered with confusion. Ambassador Chen, you cannot simply— Where would you go? The galaxy has been mapped. There is nowhere beyond our borders that— Who said anything about staying in the galaxy? The murmuring stopped. 10,000 beings stared at the lone human standing before them. Praetor Vexthor's form brightened with what might have been amusement. You cannot be serious. Intergalactic travel is theoretically possible, but the energy requirements alone would require approximately 17,000 fusion reactors running continuously for 6 years to power a single jump gate large enough to move a colony fleet. Chen's voice was flat, matter-of-fact. We've already built 37 of them. The council chamber erupted. Delegates from 100 species shouted, clicked, pulsed, and broadcast their disbelief in waves of sound and light and thought. Chen waited for the chaos to subside. You wanted us gone? Consider it done. We've been preparing for this eventuality since your concerns about humanity became public knowledge 3 cycles ago. Did you really think we wouldn't have contingency plans? She pulled up a holographic display of her own. The Milky Way rotated slowly, dozens of golden points marking human settlements. Then the view pulled back, revealing the vast intergalactic void beyond, and a single green marker flickering in the darkness. The Andromeda Galaxy, 2.5 million light-years away. No galactic council, no trade regulations, no species telling us we're too dangerous to exist in their sight. Chen's smile was sharp now, predatory. We've already sent through 3 scout ships. Initial surveys show approximately 300 billion stars, and not a single faster-than-light signature. It's empty, Praetor. Completely empty. High Arbiter Milixen floated forward, her voice urgent. Ambassador, please reconsider. We can negotiate. Perhaps the terms of quarantine could be adjusted. No negotiation. You voted to banish us, so we're leaving. Our colonies are already being evacuated. The first wave of colony ships jumps in 48 hours. Within 6 months, there won't be a single human left in this galaxy. Chen gathered her datapad and turned to leave, then paused. Oh, and Praetor? Thank you. You've given humanity exactly what we've always wanted. A blank canvas. An entire galaxy to explore with no one telling us what we can or cannot do. In a way, you've set us free. The council sat in stunned silence as Ambassador Chen walked out of the chamber. Within hours, the news had spread across the galaxy. The humans were leaving. Not retreating, not surrendering, but departing on their own terms. The evacuation was a marvel to behold. Human colony ships, massive vessels that dwarfed even the largest Confederation dreadnoughts, appeared at every human settlement. They moved with frightening efficiency, loading populations, equipment, supplies, even the biodomes and terraforming equipment from worlds humans had spent decades preparing. True to Ambassador Chen's word, 48 hours later, the first jump gate activated. The structure was massive, a ring of stellar engineering that made the Council's own wormhole technology look primitive by comparison. 93 colony ships, each carrying 50,000 humans and enough supplies for a century, vanished in a flash of exotic radiation. More gates activated, more ships jumped. Within a week, half the human colonies were empty. The Galactic Council watched in growing horror as they realized the implications. Humanity had built this capability in secret. They had planned for exile, prepared for rejection, and now they were simply leaving, taking their technology, their innovations, their chaotic energy to an entirely different galaxy. By the end of the 6th month, Earth was silent. The home world of humanity sat empty, its cities dark, its satellites dormant. A single message buoy remained in orbit, broadcasting on all frequencies. To whom it may concern, humanity has left the building. Good luck with your peace and stability. We're off to make our own, with blackjack and science. Humanity. The Galactic Council would spend the next decade debating whether they had made the right decision. But in Andromeda, humanity was already too busy exploring, building, and thriving to care what their former neighbors thought. They had been banished, and they had taken it as an invitation to flourish.